Hi, thanks for stopping by and watching. My name's Monty, and today I want to talk about a very important subject, and that is the Cheyenne real estate market crashing. So first we need to look at a few things. What is a crash? What contributes to a crash? And then what's the local market look like? Obviously, on a national level, things can be different from one real estate market to another. Certain cities could be having a problem with overbuilding or unemployment, things that contribute to the local economy. But I just want to focus on the Cheyenne, Wyoming economy and real estate market today. Cheyenne is a very vibrant community and growing. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've seen and heard me mention about how well the economy actually is. So what in the economy, the local economy, will contribute to lower housing prices or even a real estate market crash? Well, I can tell you that Cheyenne doesn't feel the high peaks and the low lows that a lot of other cities do. We have a little more even keeled, slower to respond, softer wave in our economy, and that typically keeps our real estate market fairly stable and steady. In the economy, things that could be indicators of a real estate market slowdown or even crash would be higher unemployment, businesses closing or laying off people. It could also be you see more foreclosures on the market, houses staying on the market longer, and a lot of price reductions. So in a nutshell, if the economy is poor in the particular city, and in this case in Cheyenne, then you will see some of these factors or all of these factors: higher unemployment, houses staying on the market longer, those things that I mentioned, and that could indicate that the market is struggling. However, here in Cheyenne, that's not the case. Houses are selling at a reasonable rate. The average days on market is well within specifications and well within the average of a good economy and good real estate market. There are plenty of buyers and plenty of sellers. The market is fairly stable and equalized between the buyers and the sellers. It isn't a heavy swing to a buyer's market or a seller's market. Other factors that you can look at is people not getting loans or interest rates being real high. With recent interest rate talk of deductions and the Fed's decreasing the prime, that indicates that potentially some people can get interest rates for their home mortgage loans in around 6.5%, maybe even lower in some cases. Cheyenne has a good steady growth. Our housing construction is not overbuilding, it is keeping up with the pace. We do have a steady and stable new construction market going on. We also have a lot of people moving out of existing homes, older homes, and getting something that's a better fit, or even possibly moving away to retire in another location. So there is a fairly steady and equal stream of both buyers and sellers. So the Cheyenne housing market looks very good for either a buyer or seller. And if you are thinking of selling but haven't quite pulled that trigger yet, feel free to contact me. I'd be glad to talk to you about it, strategize with you about it, what that means, what potential price you could get out of your home. I would be glad to do a market analysis on your home. If you're a buyer, feel free to contact me. We can take a look at the houses in your price range. We can talk with your lender and see what it is that you can afford and what that looks like in the Cheyenne market. But the housing market in Cheyenne is not crashing. It is one of the most stable and steady markets I know about. Housing values typically continue to increase year over year. So when you buy that house, you're probably not going to lose money on it unless some catastrophic thing happens to the house. But typically, houses will appreciate in value in Cheyenne at a fairly steady rate year over year. that means that it's also very good to invest in housing, not just for yourself, but possibly as a rental or commercial property or raw land, and develop that and use that as a form of income. So if you have any more questions about the housing market in Cheyenne, or any questions about real estate in general, or you'd like to see a house or talk more about selling your house, my contact information is in the show notes here, as well as on the homepage of my channel. My website is also linked there. You can go on that website. You can look at houses that are currently available in Cheyenne, the prices of them, and there's other information there, other resources that you can use to take a look at the Cheyenne housing market overall. I would be glad to work with you and help you look for that house or just answer some questions. Please rest assured, the Cheyenne housing market is not struggling, it is not crashing, and I don't foresee that in the near future. Thank you for watching. I wish you were here. Talk to you soon.